Amidst the cool, breezy trees in the southern part of Mumbai, a tall church spire rises from their midst. The spire belongs to the Church of St. John the Evangelist, also known as the Afghan Church. This church, with its old Anglican heritage, tells a story of not just of faith, but of the men, the wars, and the cultural exchange that helped shape this iconic structure. This 60-meter structure once served as a landmark for ships in the Bombay harbour. Built between 1847 and 1858, the Afghan church was designed in the Gothic Revival style, a popular architectural language that drew on medieval European church designs. The story behind this church begins with the British military's engagements in the First Anglo-Afghan War and the 1842 retreat from Kabul. The British were forced to retreat in what was seen as one of the biggest military disasters of the time. An estimated 4,500 British and Indian soldiers and 12,000 camp followers lost their lives in the conflict. Many of the soldiers who fought and died in the war hailed from Bombay. After the war, the Afghan church was commissioned and erected as a memorial to honor their bravery and sacrifice. The architecture of the church integrates with it the memories of the fallen souls, as well as commemorate the bravery showcased on the battlefield. In the chancel of the church, the inscriptions further amplifies the fallen. The memorial plaques inside the church are engraved with the names of soldiers who had fought in the war. The church also features the flags carried by the regiments involved in the First Afghan War. Extensive research was undertaken to link the regiment colors, pennants, and crests. The Afghan church is a masterpiece of craftsmanship and design. Apart from the historical significance, the church represents grandeur architecture. Designed by Henry Conybeare, an English civil engineer, the imposing edifice was constructed using locally available buff-colored basalt from the Jogeshwari and Malad mines and limestone which is imported from Porbandar. The pillars of the Afghan church are a striking feature of its architectural design, combining both functional and aesthetic elements. These robust classical pillars rise gracefully from the floor to support the church's classical vaulted ceiling, which stretches high, adorned with intricate patterns and wooden beams. The vaulted arches are evenly spaced and gracefully curved, drawing the eye upward, which amplifies the height of the space and creates a majestic atmosphere. But the highlight of the church, though, are the 150-year-old stained glass windows above the altar and entrance that came from William Wales, one of England's most accomplished stained glass manufacturers. Each pane of glass is a testament to the diverse communities that this building represents. The windows themselves are a work of art. Each one narrates a story combining both the Christian faith and the history of the soldiers. The stained glass windows are ornamented with bright colored motifs depicting biblical figurines, adding to the depth with which this memorial was constructed. Flooring of the church is made from intricately patterned tiles, which add to the church's historical and aesthetic appeal. These tiles are typically a combination of terracotta and ceramic, laid out in a distinctive geometrical design. The craftsmanship of the tiles reflect the design trends of the late 19th century. The Porbandar limestones form the detailed altar, which was designed by architect William Butterfield. It is the local point of the church, housing religious icons and the Eucharistic table adorned with ornate detailing. Just in front of the altar lays the floral design iron screen that is created by the students of Sir J.J. School of Art and Architecture in 1848. The Gothic arches of the doorway and the splendid spire showcase classic Gothic design, contributing significantly to Mumbai's famed Gothic architectural heritage. The wooden pews are a key feature of the church's interior, enhancing the serene and sacred atmosphere, which are directly contradicted with the weaved timber ceiling as mentioned earlier. The Afghan church's altar, the wooden pews and its polished floors were all crafted by expert artisans, reflecting the Victorian love for attention to detail. From its Gothic arches to its memorial plaques, it serves as a reminder of the complex history that shaped Mumbai and the resilient spirit of the people who have kept its story alive through the centuries. A restoration project that lasted for 3 decades, helmed by conservation architect Kirtida Unwala and a team of consultants, revived the church to its former glory. Today, the church stands in majestic solitude. It stands as a symbol of remembrance, heritage, and the enduring connection between the past and the present.